Here. Here. Feel.
Boy. You're right, lass. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the Aether, I reckon. Some are more prone to sickness than others. No need to fret, though. Soon you'll get used to it. Feeling better, Kupo? You can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Muggles. We live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless as of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? Of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Where did all my alcohol go? Gridania's still a way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, I thought you'd keep me company till we get there. Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Breadmont's the name, and peddling's my trade. As for yourself, judging from your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, and now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, especially these days. What was it that first attracted you to it? Power. Power? As in, power to do good, like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that. Eh? That's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of chances to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you best enroll the Adventurers Guild. It'll set you on the right path. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Gridania is home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a bow or a polearm or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, the more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further. What's this then? What? What's going on? A skirmish has broken up ahead with the XIV. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells. We should hold them here. Try to break clear. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the Ixal to send us a welcoming party, though. Eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just take care, alright? By the by, this is your first trip to Gridania? Yes, of course. It is? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all of Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that. Not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. Destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, and gave the Ixal unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals. We're going to learn a lot about the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Ah, here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver my wares, and then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll call us square.
May the matron take her to her bosom, that she may never want. And in her heart sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Alright. On to Gridania. And then on to the MSQ Beyond. You there, yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. Huh? I am Bertonet, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let's see which you are. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. So please select a control scheme. How about the eye control run, where we look over here and I have a feeling a lot of dudes would just be looking at over here or something. They'll be constantly running towards their map. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Caroline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you're wondering. The Caroline Company is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Minot within, and she will take you in hand. You've begun a quest. Amazing. Okay, let's go to Mother Minot. Let's take this, put that up there. What? I can't sprint. Alright then. Hello. And that one, and... Well, well. What have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer. Come to put your name down in the guild, I assume. Welcome, Minot's my name, or Mother Minot, as most call me, and the Caroline Company is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we will expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Exile and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threats of the Garlean Empire to the north. And that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years passed. Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste by the dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square mulm of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet, despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it is also true. For reasons I can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing. Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us forgot the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to recall their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Amen. Pray do not feel daunted. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. And that's left then. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Within Muir. And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Within? Very well. Then from this point forward, you are a registered adventurer. You're a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. That god's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. I am to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon... Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know. Your good self included. Fear not, however. Given a catalogue of exemplary deeds, and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Minot to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte. The massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Caroline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Conjurers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of conjuring. Speak with Medell, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the market at the heart of old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons, armor, and all the various items that an adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsamantret, and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks, Swaffin. May Nofika guide your way, Nofika. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to trust you with matters of moment. Also, I suggest you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Well, hello. All right. And the time has come. Let's go. All right, let's tune ourselves and then go attune to the Aetheryte. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are following Mother Minot's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about Aetheryte. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport are the most common transportation spells, making direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a name will seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to the intrepid explorer. But you need not locate all of them at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I'm here to answer your questions. You attune with the Aetherite. You're unable to use the return spell. Okay. Yeah, so as I said in the previous in the other city playthroughs, using the Aetherite network actually saps a tiny amount of your soul. So you like burn a little bit of your soul each time you teleport. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsimonetret, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? A merchant is not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsels occur in my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Now come on. This whole encounter reeks of Minot's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look surprised, lass. I smell the eel pie. I smelled that eel pie of yours a mulm away. Hand it over. That flaky crust. Just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. He just took the entire pie and... Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood Stalls directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony Stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Ul'dan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen amongst their myriad wares that I scarcely knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profits. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience, after all, and I am weary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. We practice our thievery. We just save Scum until we, like, steal the pie from him again. We're like, here's another one. He's like, oh my, I'll add that to my other one. He just eats, he just, like, takes, you already took a bite out of it? What's wrong with you? Why would you, whatever. Arr. Okay, so, Aetherite, that, and now we need to make sure we get each of the We want to make sure that we get all of the, I don't want to say thingamajigs. We want to make sure that we get each of the little city aetherites. I think it's aetherite, but I think they say it either way, so it doesn't really matter. Like some characters say aetherite, others say aetherite. It might just boil down to whether the voice actor is British or English, or, I mean, whether they're Texan or American. Whether they're French or Parisian. Whether or not they are, I guess, American or UK. So then again, there's like, what, 13 major accents in the UK by itself. So I mean, I can't call it can't make it too simple. Alright, so let's go grab this one over here in the Botanist Guild, and we'll see what we can do. Alright, we are going to be running through the Gridanian questline. The Gridanian city questline. Then after that we're going to be running through the MSQ up to A Realm Reborn. I mean, up to A Realm Awoken, which is the A Realm Reborn post-game. Starts with 2.1. And then we're going to be switching over to Fen Muir once we catch up with him. He's the character I did a Let's Play that is now unlisted. So, enjoy. Now that we are streaming, hopefully all the cool, fun stuff happens, but you never know. Already we've had members from the Final Fantasy XIV community show up, and they've all been wonderful people. You hear that? Compliments all around. Okay, let's go. Alright, so let's run down. Well, either way we go, we're gonna have to sort of run around a little bit. Either way, it'll work. But we can go down here, grab this, and then grab that last one after joining the Conjurers Guild. Alright. Hello, Kinnison. It's itty bitty over there. Alright. Bitty should have been in like a Lullafill or something. Alright, you seek the secrets of Conjurer, adventurer? Then seek no longer. Then search no longer, for you have found your way to the Conjurers Guild. But it is at Minot's request that you come. Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is the art of healing and purification. Its practitioners harness the power of nature, that they might bring about change in the form of spells. Primitive magic, such as that once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those with the ability to manipulate aether, has existed since the dawn of time. What's going on? Damn it. Since the dawn of time, yay! In those dark days, the elementals would not suffer man's presence in the Twelveswood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth, and beneath the earth in the great subterranean city of Gelmora. But their desire to settle in the Twelveswood continued to burn fiercely. Time and time again they sought to curry the elementals' favor. Unlike men and other creatures bound in temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure aether. Recognizing this, the mages of Eld reasoned that their talent for etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these theretofore enigmatic entities. It took 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. Their reward? The elementals' permission to dwell in the Twelveswood. So it was that the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature, speaking to all Gridanians through the healers, those mages who are able to commune with them. And for their intimacy with the elementals, the healers would go on to attain greater mastery over the forces of nature. Thus did they conceive the art of conjuring. I hope this has helped you gain a greater understanding of the Conjurers Guild. Should you wish to delve further into the mysteries of conjuring, then I urge you to consider joining our ranks. I can begin your initiation whenever you desire. Call upon me when you are ready to take the first steps. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurers Guild? We are. That is well. I shall introduce you to our guildmaster, Brother Isumiyan. Brother Isumiyan presides over the Conjurers Guild even as he serves the nation as a healer. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Alright guys, our internet seems to be like wigging out right now. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillglade fame. I am Brother Isumiyan, master of this guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I would impart to you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend to me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life in the living for its domain. The primary purpose is the salving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself often stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourself in many situations wherein a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression is more than compensates for this relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much to grasp upon a single hearing. But worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. Aye. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the Twelveswood alike. Can you make this vow? Yes. I knew your answer ere your lips had parted. Yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurers Guild. And so to work. Listen well now. If I were to assign you your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade fame. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I can so coolly order the taking of life, and know that the things are not as they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, and I might add, through no fault of their own, these creatures have become a burden to the Twelveswood, a burden it cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest. And by employing your powers in doing so, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now, weapon, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. In the name of the elementals. Good. Okay, so we're going to head down now. Alright, it's time to hit dude. Oh, we need to go this way first. And then we can make our way out. To go do this quest, to go do other things. To learn the way of the conjurer. Oh, we literally just have like... Oh, there's 2 more. That works. So we might as well head down to the something canopy? The Carline canopy. Turn this in with Mother Minot. And then we can go get those other 2. Hello. The conquering hero returns. Have you completed my little tasks? You have completed my little tasks, I trust? The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, Wathan. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in its struggle to come. Okay, we can't do the Bangkok yet. There we go. Let's go to the Archers Guild. Then we will make our way over to the other one. And then out to go murder some squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars. I'll be like, your time has come, Fungar. We haven't done Gunbreaker yet. We haven't unlocked that class. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we need to go left over here. Over here. There it is. Make our way over here and do all the cool stuff. Let's do this. Okay. You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernaut shards, and as such, we've unlocked a bunch of new gates. Okay, cool. So, we need to go to... where is it exactly we need to go? Is it New Gridania? The Central Shroud. Okay, let's do that. Hello, Ladybug. Ground Squirrel. It's time to die. Okay, so as a caster, all we do is really just cast. There's this whole aspect of FF14, which is always be casting. Okay, but let's kill these guys. And for the most part, yeah. I mean, they are the starter enemies. They won't be hard to kill. Where are the fun guys? Gotcha. Okay, so the fun guys are around here somewhere. There they are. Oh. They stick their hands out or something? Is that why they get so small? Is it just cold outside? Alright, come here, fun guy. Cool. Let's take these guys down. Hey. Sweet, we did it. Alright, let's just speed this up. Do some quick return. That's how you can tell we have a good connection. I don't think it actually tells you what your ping is. Anyway, to the Conjurer's Guild we go. Oh, so did we get any new gear yet? Yes, a ring. Hello, Isumian. What's going on? Welcome back, Waffen. Elementals have told me of your success. By placing yourself in the midst of nature and seeing it with a conjurer's eyes, you have taken your first steps along the path of enlightenment. Those are all canon. Healing, protection, and destruction. Though our spells vary in function, they all derive their power from the same source, the forces embodied in all creation. By gaining a true understanding of these, a conjurer may call upon them to manipulate his environment, thereby realizing the state of being that he desires. Ah, yes. Yours is a familiar look. The very picture of confusion. Be not disheartened, for comprehension will come in due time. For now, you must learn to reach out to the forces embodied in each of us. That's right. You need to learn how to do bloodbending. Pray receive of me this hunting log. Within you will find the names of each of such creatures as would pose suitable challenge for a conjurer. There is no single path to mastering conjury. Yet you Should you find yourself needing direction, know that the log is there to guide you. Breathe deep and open your eyes to that which cannot be seen. Feel the myriad life around you and draw upon this boundless reservoir of energy, not injury. Take up your cane and use it to lend the energy form. What are we doing? It's like hitting people with our stabs now. Go forth, my young conjurer, and be at one with the world. Return to me when you have learned to draw upon the forces around you with the self-same ease you draw upon those within. Your next conjurer quest is at level 5. Also, let me... Here's some raisins. Like reaches into his pocket, grabs whatever crap he's got in there. Here you go. Here. Oh, right. We need to get to level 5. So, hunting log time. Little ladybugs, ground squirrels, forest fungi, mitlings. Well, I know where to find those. Okay. Get over here. Oh. Kill them. What is this? Era 50 140. Oh, it's our dot. Having a dot means that we can kill a lot of things all at once. How much of each do we need? One more ground squirrel. We need little ladybugs. We need 3. Alright, kill them in order. As you can see, these spells actually do quite a bit of damage. Okay. That's those taken out. Time for some fungos and then mitlings. Yeah, the dots in this game are actually really nice. You want to use them. Let's just compare this, shall we? For the trade of 1 MSQ. So this does 140 damage. 1 MSQ and we're done. This does 50 damage every tick, which I think is what, like 3 seconds or something. Let's test it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, it's, 3-4 seconds. But it does a decent amount of damage. So, I think that means it has 10 ticks. So it actually does 500 potency damage over 30 seconds. Now, the thing is, that doesn't sound like very long when you're just starting out. But the reality is that it will do a lot of damage over time. And the more enemies that you have dotted, the more overall damage you're going to do. So it really is worth it to... Yeah, it really is worth it just to fill out, to dot all the enemies that you're fighting. It will help you like, hugely. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way in. And we will go from there. Okay, Over to Miss Minot. Over to Mother Minot we go. She will help us learn that we should go to the Bannock. Hello. Waffen, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is the training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself, and find out if there is anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray from the path. The Trollswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. And you wouldn't want to get murked, would you? Would you? We walk out there. Our character just instantly dies. It's like when people back in the day were playing EverQuest 1 and they start in Kinos or wherever. And they get out there and they encounter their first werewolf and they don't do any damage to it because I think they're like physical immune. So it just kills them all. Alright. Hello, Brother Isumayan. It is good to see you again, Waffen. By the air of serenity that surrounds you, it is plain that you have learned to draw upon the energy of creation. I am glad. It is a wellspring of all our power, yet the energy of creation is not one thing, but many, and to call upon all without first knowing each is conjury at its most basic. As part of your continuing education, it is my desire that you now learn about the element of earth. Make your way to the Blessed Bud in the North Shroud, and there partake of Nollanel's wisdom. The depth of his affinity for the elementals of rock and soil is all but unique amongst conjurers, and he is a gifted instructor. May you be certain of receiving a most enlightening lesson on the subject of Earth. Alright, let's go. And we get an enlightening lesson in soil and earth. How to plant this and that. Things will be wonderful. Okay, so I think he's also in the Central Shroud. I haven't been here yet, but there he is. Well, it'll give us a chance to go to get the other place taken care of, so why not? Yeah, it'll give us a chance to explore over here. At some point, we should probably just rent a chocobo. Oh no! You just murked that poor thing. Oh no, we need these. Come here, Mightling. It's time to get murked.